All right. Yep. Okay. Let's get moving. Wonderful. Looks like Thomas Sensei is joining us too, or maybe a different Thomas. I don't know. And let me make sure my camera will capture everything. Yeah. Okay. And somebody give me a heads up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. So we'll start with Shinkoku as usual. I want to also give you a little bit of background on Shinkoku, the language of it. I like languages, by the way, so it's interesting to me. But anyway, Shinkoku originally, normally, is spelled with the kanji shin, which means deep. One writing of the sound shin is written as deep. So it's deep breathing. Kokyu is the breath. There's another kanji which is pronounced as shin, which means God or spirit. And so I don't believe O-Sensei was doing it. I Googled this whole thing one time, but anyway, somewhere along the lines, some Aikido people started, some Japanese Aikido people started writing Shinkoku with this other kanji, the kanji that means God or spirit. And I did find a couple of debates on the whole thing on the internet, of course. But anyway, originally it simply means deep breathing. But it's important enough for people to have used this other kanji and started this debate that the idea of the spirituality behind it is important enough for this to have sort of erupted. So I like to keep that in mind when I do Shinkoku. So up to you whether you want to keep this in mind or not. But anyway, at the very least, deep breathing. Let's expand. Inhale. And then compress. You can even tighten your abs at that time. Again. As the hands come down, the neck and head stretch up. Again. Keep expanding. And expand into the compressed palms. And then you have an infinite cycle, never-ending cycle. Expansion, compression, circling in front of your chest, and through your chest. Deep breaths. All right, let's bow in. Shomani. Okay. Hey, onegaishimasu. Hi. And stimulate the legs. Inside also, lean side, the yang side. All right, reach towards the toes, just light. Don't need to do any deep stretches, just move the body. Stretch the head and neck up and turn. Again, other side. And this time leaning back to the side. And back into the side. And towards this again. Legs wide. Outside also. And inside again. Right, reach towards toes. Upside. And forward. And turn. Open the chest, lower it. Other side. Right, and down the center again. Right, feet together. And just lightly first, just move and warm things up. Right, and then draw your center towards your feet. Open the rib cage. A little more. Other side. A little more. Right. I loosen the ankles. Actually, in Japanese, since we're kind of taking a linguistic approach today, in Japanese, in English, I always want to say your wrist when I talk about the ankle. This is kubi, neck, some of you might know. And this is ashikubi, the neck of the leg. And this is tekubi, the neck of the hand. So when I speak English, I always want to say wrist when I say loosen the ankle. Right, and the toes, which are the same as fingers, by the way, in Japanese, yubi. And let's lengthen them. They usually just say yubi, same as fingers. Widen them. Every now and then, they'll say ashi yubi, the leg fingers. And massage. But you never in Japanese say te yubi, the hand fingers. Just yubi. Take it out. Other leg, other wrist. Other way. And both ways. And stretch the toes. Other way. And lengthen them. I widen them. I massage. Stick it out. And on your stomach. And up. side. Other side. Right. Both. Right. And child's pose. Right, to the side. Other side. I drop a shoulder. And the other shoulder. Drop the shoulder and roll the arm. Other side. Right. And then downward dog. One leg up. Other leg. Right hand. Salamander. Other side. And back to squatting position. Right, up. And let's loosen the knees. Other way. And alternate. And bend them. And touch toes. Bend again. And reach the toes. Extend toes and knees outward. Bend. And back up. If you like, on the way back up, you can give yourself a nice Nikyo stretch. Down again. Open the chest. If you want, Nikyo. And legs wide. Other side. Drop the shoulder. Other side. Alternate. Down. Other side. And again. And again. Right, feet together and up. And then this time, legs wide again. But this time, keep the body on the center line. Drop a shoulder, other shoulder. And alternate. Drop the hips as much as you can. Get a great stretch here. And then stretch them outwards using your arms. I just scoop it up, push up to the ceiling. Again. And again. Right, circles with the head. Other way. And side to side. And nodding side to side. Right. And hands come around like this now. And reaching up towards the ceiling, a step forward, shift the weight forward, and stretch to the outside. When you stretch to the outside, don't let the arms collapse. Keep stretching the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Other side. Switch again. And switch again. Feet parallel, both feet straight, not out like this. Roll onto the balls of the feet and the heels, and the balls and the heels, balls, heels. And then side to side. And let the knee bend. If you do this with straight legs, you don't get as much stretch in your lower back. But this is a nice stretch for your lower back. Great. And fingers like this. And roll the shoulders. Okay, and then Nikyo. Other side. From below. Other side. From above. Kotenaishi. Other side. And Sankyo. Other side. And this one, name so far. Other side. All right. Rolling exercise. And of course, 65 degrees with the right foot. The left foot, it occurs to me that I've been showing it like this with the heels touching, but actually that leaves you overriding the center line. So leave space for your center line there, and then count 4 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this too also. Recently I rediscovered shoulders up to the ears, shoulders way back, and then shoulders down. Try that and should feel great, and it's going to look good too. So here we go. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Okay, left foot 65. Right foot 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shoulders up, back, and down. Neck and head stretch up. Hey ho, 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 hey ho. Inhale. All right. So, sorry, just had oatmeal before this class. I have, of course, an idea of what I'm going to cover today. But it occurs to me, I have the feeling that I said at the end of our class last Wednesday that next Wednesday I will do something. And if there was something, if that's correct, then if somebody remembers, please tell me. If not, I'll just go forward with my today's plan. So I have to start writing these things down when I finish the class. Okay, I'll just, Cliff, do you have some idea? It looks like you've got some idea.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you
yes,
hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
I can.
I remember you said you were going to answer a question about this distance is more than this distance.
Ah, that's right.
That's what I mean.
That's right. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I haven't really researched this anymore. But thinking about it again, really the only answer I have for you, Mori, it was Morit's question. I remember now. I think you're asking it for when you're taking ukemi. And again, my feeling is that you need to be coming in with shomen body, so that you can go this way if they do ikkyo, you can go this way if they do irimi nage, or you can go this way if they do this unexpected kokyu nage. That's all I can tell you so far, but thank you for the reminder. So let's run through omote and ura of ikkyo and nikyo, and then we might veer off onto another topic at some point. So let's get our jo. Okay, and we had a wonderful class on Monday with Numata Sensei about manners and how we show manners with our movement. So we've started our weapons sections by bowing in this way. So we hold, whether it's the sword or the jo, we hold it at eye level, and back is straight. And then we bow and we keep this weapon right where it is in space. So our head goes lower than the weapon. And to bow to each other. Excellent. Okay. And then we take it vertical. And in the case of the jo, we put it to this hand in here. I believe it's the left hand. My homework once again. All right, great. So we're going to start off by using the jo as a prop, as a human. Oh, that's one more thing I wanted to be sure to say. When we bow, I never heard this explanation before Monday, and I know that you Europeans couldn't join because it's like 3 or 4 in the morning for you, but I found it very, very interesting. I've always been told that when you bow, keep your back straight, and I've heard, keep the eyes up, and it's sort of presented in this way of in this frame of mind of you can't trust your partner, so you keep your eyes up as you're bowing. I heard a very different explanation from Numata Sensei, is that when you drop your head, then there's this gap. There's this gap in your dogi right here, right? And so martially, it's not a good idea. Somebody can grab this and yank on it. So anyway, so it was very interesting to hear that your neck needs to be touching the fabric, whether you're doing a standing bow or a sitting bow. We keep the neck touching the fabric of our dogi, not like this. So anyway, so we finished the bow anyway. Let's start off with Ikkyo. I'm not sure whether Sarah was with us when we were doing Omote and Ura, but let's start off with Omote. Pretty sure that she's been here for those. We step forward with the same side foot as the upper hand, and as we cut down, the other foot comes forward. When hands go down, we make a concerted effort to stretch neck and head up. Now here's our partner's armpit, their body, their hand. So then we turn slightly, about 45 degrees, go down. Come to think of it, different styles do different things once we're at that point. Some styles, when we're here, they pull the arm back out this way. So that's fine too, to go into the pin, that is. Other styles, that way. At AKI, we do various ones actually. Anyway, we cut down, and if you want, you can go into the pin. Keep the neck touching the fabric, keep the back straight. And if this is all really comfortable for you now, the footwork and everything, you can also be conscious of the breath. Generally speaking, we inhale when arms go up, exhale when we go down. Looking good, everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Very nice, Moritz. Yep, yep, yep. And you can even stop yourself as you go through it. For example, I just noticed that when this hand goes up and this foot goes forward, I have a tendency to turn this foot, this forward foot out again. We want to have this stance that we've been studying with this front foot straight. So be aware of these things. So even those of you who've been doing this for a while and are very comfortable with it, there's all kinds of moments where you can polish. So at the end of the cut also, check your feet. Is the back one 65 and the front one straight? Or is this front one out? Okay. Up. Uh-huh. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah. Nice. Another reminder. For example, Sarah, I'm not sure if it's because of a low ceiling or whether it's just a habit of going out. So we want Ikkyo, if you're not going to smash a lamp, we want Ikkyo as much as possible to be vertical. So the bottom of your jo will tell you how well you're doing in that regard. Is the jo making a big wheel right next to you here, or is it making a little circle way out there? But if the ceiling is low, then you can't do it that way. So just a reminder, up to you. Oh, wow, good. You've got enough ceiling room. That was much better. Yeah, my foot always likes to turn like that. Looking good, looking good. Oops, that was messed. Great. Gonna switch to gallery view. Great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more thing to keep in mind. Try to get your arm as vertical as possible, as close to vertical as possible. We don't want this out here. When we do this, our partner fights with us, pushes against us. So very nice moritz. So it deflects up, and when it deflects up, it stays almost vertical, not horizontal like this, the forearm that is. Yes, very nice, Thomas. Yeah. Deflects up, cuts down, nearly vertical. So keep the forearm nearly vertical. Nice cliff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's switch to Ura. And let's keep in mind, again, it's not right or wrong, different styles do it different ways. But back to this idea of tega jama, te jama shinaide. Don't disturb with your arms, or don't disturb their arm. Okay, so we deflect up, we step in with the opposite foot, just like we did before. So far, everything is the same. But then let's let this arm go right over our head and to the pin. I'll show it again. So we deflect upward, we step with the other foot and just pivot, and then we chase their armpit. And just since we've got some people who weren't here last week, the more classical way is that we take the step, so far the same, and then we do tenkan usually. This is Aikikai style. Deflect, step, and then tenkan usually. But then you have to come back in usually anyway. So AKI, our organization, usually most people are stepping in here and not taking tenkan step. We just pivot with our body and then move forward. For Nikkyo, we usually do take it. Here, other foot, let it go right over your head, and then pin. And I'll show it from this side as well. Deflect up, let it go over my head, cut down, and pin. See if you can just let this pass right over your head. Let it go straight over your head. So again, I let it come up, put my body under it, I pivot under it, and then I turn. Nice, Thomas. Up, under it, pivot, and then pin. Yeah. Yes. Nice, Sarah. Yeah. 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 Now here's kind of a funny idea. Let's see if it translates at all. It often doesn't really seem to translate even in person, but okay, so this group, we know about koshinage, right? Here, loading something onto the hip. Here, loading something onto the hip. So we've got to get the hip in here. There's no such thing, of course, but what if we could do koshinage over our belly? Kind of a weird idea, but over the belly, like this, or this way. Get, right? So when I do Ikkyo Ura with that in mind, and I get really low and then pop up when they're here. I see a big reaction from my uke. They're coming in with the ukemi, with the attack, and I slip through here and go way down, and then pop up here. Their elbow goes way up, and I turn, and it's really, really destabilizing for them. And it's fun for me. So anyway, same thing that we were doing, but this time you can think about arching your back and getting really low. And this hand that would be at their elbow or tricep can pop way up when you're directly under it, because it doesn't really pop up. The knees pop up, don't they? Just like Koshinage, that upward feeling is from the knees straightening. So again, here, here, here. Or the other side. Here, here, here. You can just play with it if it seems interesting to you. Otherwise, just what you were doing before is fine. And then, Cliff, if you get lower earlier on your way in, which is more difficult, but if you make a low entry, turn and pop up, then so here, this opposite foot, let yourself go really low when that opposite foot goes forward. Here, now with this opposite foot, right under the arm. Wow. Yeah. Nice, Sarah. Yes. Nice, Moritz. Yeah. One more thing then. I only mentioned it in passing before. Now I'll say a little bit more about it. When I go in here, I go really low and also arch your back so that you are really, really entering here. And then turn. Or from the other side. If it's uncomfortable, I'm exaggerating a little bit, so I feel a little bit of a strain in my lower back. If it strains, hurts, whatever, don't do it so much. But now is a good time to exaggerate and experiment because we're on Zoom. So when this opposite foot comes in, we lower ourselves, we go under it, and you can, again, you can arch the back. This is deliberate. This isn't happening by chance. So that it's, again, like Koshinage over your stomach instead of over your back. Here, here, here. Up, low, deflect, back up. Wow, Cliff. And if you really go low and send them way up, then there'll be even less reason to push them down at the end of the technique. We want to avoid pushing them down at the end of the technique. Yeah. Okay, then Thomas, it looks like just the hands and legs aren't agreeing yet. So on the upward swing, it's the leg of the same side. Then we step with the other leg. Now the other leg. Yeah. So again, contact and the same side leg. Then the other leg. Yes, now no more steps, just turn your body. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Wow, Cliff. Uh-huh. Really nice posture, everybody. Ah, nice, Cliff. Uh-huh. Yeah. Again, so that your partner's arm goes right over your center line, so that you don't push it out here. Okay. Then, actually, yeah, we need to clean up the footwork for one or two of you before we move on to Nikkyo. Some of you have it, some of you it's not consistent yet. So just a review, the leg of the same side goes forward when we contact and deflect upward, whether it's omote ura. Then the leg of the other side comes down. I'm sorry, the leg of the other side steps forward. And for omote, the hand is coming down. Or if we're doing ura, still the same footwork, but we let it go over. Okay, so just 2 steps. Same side as the hand, then the other one, whatever the hands are doing, right? Or, sorry, ura, here, and here, all right? So if we've got that footwork, then we'll be okay to move on to Nikkyo. All right. Yeah, katanas. Yes, yes. Good. Yes, nice, Thomas. Okay, great. Okay. So let me show it without the weapon, just to be clear. So we did this and this for omote, or same exact side. We did this and this for ura, okay? But Aikikai would do omote the same way that we did it, but Aikikai would do ura with one more piece, with one extra step. Here, here, and here. And of course, this is Tenkan. So step, step, Tenkan. We left out the Tenkan for Ikkyo. That's all. Yeah, nice, Cliff. Uh-huh. Yeah. So actually, let's do Ikkyo Aikikai style. In other words, we'll add that Tenkan. So up, take a step, and then Tenkan. And then we usually have to move back into the armpit anyway. Up, step, Tenkan. Uh-huh. Very nice. Very nice, Sarah. Very nice, Thomas. Very nice, Moritz. Yeah, good, Cliff. Okay. As expected, this is actually easier for you than the AKI. You're used to it. Most people are used to it. Okay, so let's move on to Nikkyo. What time are we at here? Holy cow. Let's move on to Nikkyo a little bit. So turns out then this will just use the Aikikai footwork. So up, cut down, wraps around the back of the thumb, and here. Other side, up, cut down, wraps around the back of the thumb, and here. Some of you, you're so used to this, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, we're doing this again? If that's the case, be hard on yourself. Be tough on yourself. Is you stick over here? No good. It should be right here on the center line. Okay. Is your lower leg completely vertical, or is it slightly collapsed inside? No good. Make it completely vertical. All right. And then is your hand here in the middle or is it to the side? It should be to the side. There's kind of a pocket in a human chest there. It should fit into, yeah. Okay. And the people who are really, really comfortable with this, you can also be conscious of the breath. Inhale, exhale. Yeah. So again, this is hammi body, not shoman body, not irimi body. Hammi. And at this point, this group of students here, you guys understand this. Some of you are at different levels of embodying this. So of course, what we want is we want to be able to end up and everything then upon arrival, everything is in place. Front foot is straight, back foot is 65. So that after you arrive here, you look and you're like, wow, nailed it. So this is what we want. So we practice, 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 practice. We check ourselves and see if we're actually embodying this. And then here's another piece of it. We want to be about here, not here. Okay, maybe when we're 90 years old and 10th on. But yeah, okay. Very nice, Maurice. Yeah. See if you can bring the shoulders down again. Uh-huh. Yeah. Nice, Maurice. Yeah. Beautiful, Maurice. And then, of course, Maurice, you're at a level where if this were a human's arm, I think this bottom hand would naturally come up here. So I see you're keeping it here on your jaw or about here, but you can let it naturally come up. It's just that it's Zoom and we don't have a human, so. Good. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice, Sarah. Wow. Wow. There's a lot of Shodan who can't do that. I give you Shodan over Zoom. Very nice. Okay, then let's do Ura. Deflect up. We step in with the opposite foot. We do Tenkan. I'll do three more. One more from this side. Tenkan. Then I'll do a couple starting here. 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 Let the arm pass right over and do Tenkan. Start from here again on the other side. Deflect up. Let the arm pass over. Tenkan. Very nice moves. Beautiful Moritz, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do a really fun variation. This is what I've seen and what I think I experienced this with Yamaguchi Sensei. There's a variation that you can find that maybe only Yamaguchi Sensei and those in his lineage were doing. So let me start from here. Reflect up, Tenkan, And then he brings the person very low, right? And uke is trying to get up, but this hand is keeping them very low. And you get ready, and then you release and bring them in here. So it's not something that I teach to fifth kyu, fourth kyu, even well, anywhere under Shodan, because as you step back, you have to have a strong forward consciousness, is the best way I can explain it. Because in martial arts, it's always dangerous to move back if you're not thinking very strongly forward as well. So beginner, oftentimes, they simply move backward and then they get mowed down. Advanced people know that they can move back, but really keep a forward intention, for want of a better way. So I'll do it from the side. I'll give you a side view. Flex up. Sorry, ura, let's do ura. Flex up, let it go down. This arm is extended. We get ready, and 8. And slides back. And man, oh man, your feet come right under taking ukemi from that. I can't remember whether I've been thrown this way by Yamaguchi Sensei, but certainly one of my senpai, 10 years on me, a colleague of Numata Sensei, a contemporary of Numata Sensei, Suzuki Sensei. I've been thrown that way by him. It's incredible. And I've seen Yamaguchi Sensei do it. All the way down, open the chest, stretch the neck up, and I'll do the other side. Up, down, cat. It vacuums their feet right under. That you have to do it with somebody whose ukemi is good. Otherwise, you'll injure your partner. Good. Yes. Gut. Uh-huh. Looks good. Is that? Sheesh. Uh-huh. Nice, Moritz. Yeah. Nice clip. Yeah. Nice clip. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Okay. One more variation then. One step further. This might be a little bit forced or contrived on Zoom. We'll see how it goes. Just inspired, I got another idea that I haven't tried yet. Anyway, same beginning. Here. Then we let them come up here. And if we really sink back, then we bring them up right next to us. So that now their body is over here. And then we can pop our hips in front, sort of scoop them up with our hips. I'll show it again. So, deflect up, step in, tenkan, keep them low, keep them wanting to get up. So when they're wanting to get up, we scoop them up. And did you see I actually moved the back foot too? Yes. So this really scoops them up. They come up to here. A good uke. Someone inexperienced, you just hurt them. So only good uke. Okay. And then you can do this. This arm goes around behind their waist. And let me give you the front view. There it is, Moritz, yeah. Well, it's the back view, isn't it? Okay. And get here. And I give you the front, otherwise back view again. Get. That one wasn't as good. Now I'll show you some starting here in case it's helpful. Here. Get. It's a bit contrived. We have to bring the person around with our, oh, that's another point actually. Let me add one more thing to it then. One more bit of information that you need. Okay, when we release them and we draw them up by shifting our weight, there's one more thing that happens here. We can grab their belt or the back of their hakama at this point and pull it up to here and scoop. Okay, so they've taken ukemi. I'll go this way. They've come in this way. They've taken ukemi over to here. They're trying to get up, trying to get up, trying to get up. Finally, he lets them come up, but even more so, he vacuums them up. So they come up to here. Then he grabs their belt, scoops his hips around the front. If that made sense. Uh-huh. Nice. Yeah, Moritz. Wow. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we're going to need to warm down now. So let's stop there. And yeah, and keep your neck at the touching the fabric. Like, yeah, great. Okay, let's sit. Great. Okay, expand. Compress. Expand. Compress. Expand. Keep expanding. Compress the palms. Stretch the neck and head up. Hey. Let's bow out. Shomen ni. Hey, arigatou gozaimashita. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oops, here I am. Boy, I'm thinking of Numata Sensei's class the other day. He taught us all about getting up straight and how we instructors have to set the example. So, okay, feel free to unmute yourselves. And any questions or comments?
Well, first off, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Yeah. Yeah.
And to you.
I have a question though.
Thank you. Sure.
When I do ikkyo or nikyo or anything where you go to the floor in that way and try to do the pin, I don't know if it's the same with a person because I haven't done it with a person so long, but I feel very strained in my back, and I'm wondering like if there's anything specific that I might be having to do different, or.
Interesting. I'm wondering, first of all, if having that support, having that resistance from a partner, maybe that's in a way supporting us. So that just gave me a really interesting idea. But anyway, I would have to watch again, specifically thinking of that point. But what we do want is, we want, again, as soon as the arms are coming down, the neck should be stretching up, and the shoulder blades should stay reaching towards each other. And then we sit down to do the pin. Yep. And keep the back straight as we go. So maybe that in itself feels strained. Maybe what you're saying is that you kind of want to curve your back a little bit as you go through that process, and keeping it straight is straining it, or are you saying something different?
I'm not quite sure what is causing it yet. It just occurred to me that I'm not sure if I actually ever felt that when I was doing it with a partner, but ever since I've been doing it with a Joe, I've been feeling it. This
Interesting.
It's kind of strain if you go down, and I don't know where it comes from, but it's just something that, yeah.
It's very interesting. Is it in the lower back, the upper back, or you're not sure?
I think it's like around the midriff area, like around that area.
Yeah. Again, something more for me to think about and explore. Off the top of my head, I would say that maybe it's the difference is because maybe when we get that resistance from a partner, it supports us. So that's a nice lesson right there, is to welcome resistance. Anyway, so thanks. I'll keep thinking about that as I practice, and see if I come up with some other ideas or not. Any other questions or comments? No? Okay. I have to be mindful of the time today. I have once a month, I do these free Zoom classes for kids, and there's this kids activity website, and they're doing a good job. I've got 80 kids lined up for 1 hour from now. So, on Zoom. So, yeah. Anyway, so a couple of, what's that?
I said good luck.
Yeah, thank you. I'll need it. But I've got 2 of my regular kids who are going to be there. So sometimes I'm more of a film director than an Aikido teacher. I say, like, I'm going to spotlight Nicholas. Okay, Nicholas, go, do that. Okay, now I'm going to spotlight this kid. Do that. Okay. Anyway, so I can't spend too much more time, but I do want to make a couple announcements. Registration is now open for the February 6th event with Thomas Sensei in Bonn, Thomas Kristaller Sensei in Bonn, and Kimberly Richardson Sensei in Seattle, and myself. You should have gotten an email with all the information, registration. Great, I see some of you nodding. So I hope to see you guys there. It'll be, we're aware of Zoom fatigue in our students, so we thought 3 instructors was a good idea, and we're keeping it, I think we decided 35-minute classes or 40-minute classes and 10-minute breaks in between each one, something like that. I have to look at the details myself. Then the other thing is the kids event, which is the following Saturday, and they're both at the same time slot, same time as this. And the kids thing is, that's going to be 90 minutes, and that'll be 10 minutes of like hello and their name and the country, 30 minutes training. 10 minutes of show and tell. You can show a picture, show your pet, show a game, whatever. And then 30 minutes training again, and then again 10 minutes of hello and goodbye, and showing your pets and your pictures and things. Show and tell, we call it in English. So should be super fun. Do any of you teach kids regularly? Oh, you do, Sarah. Wow, cool. Okay.
I'm always the assistant.
Wow, that's great. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And Moritz, I'm not clear. Do you have a dojo? Are you teaching sometimes? Teaching adults? Or you are? Okay, yeah. But not kids, yeah? I see. Okay. All right. Then and Cliff, you're not teaching kids or adults right now, right? Okay. Got it. Thomas, you're not teaching kids and adults, or are you teaching? No. Okay. Okay. Well, we do have a special thing for dojos. This is a new idea, and we know that dojos around the world are having a tough time during this pandemic, like many other businesses. So we do have a special thing where dojos can sign up. And so if you've got a kids program and or there's a kids program at your dojo, then have your dojo the kids class instructor contact me. And Sarah, if you could stay on the Zoom after we say goodbye to everybody, I'll tell you more details about it. Cool. Okay, those are my announcements. Any other announcements, news, question, whatever from anybody else? Okay. All right. Okay, so Sarah, stick around. And then everybody else, I'll see you next week. And hopefully America will still be here. So I'm just in my apartment on Zoom all the time. So, all right. See you later, you guys. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Always enjoyed this class. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Migrate to my sofa real quick.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay, now this is Sarah. So, can you still hear me, Sarah?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, so really, I just wanted to, it's kind of a business approach or something, but anyway, I think it's tomorrow that this other email will go out to instructors. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you're on that list because I didn't know that you were even an assistant instructor, but that's fantastic that you are.
It's kind of like usual.
It's kind of what?
For someone of my level to be an assistant instructor. That's also what all my teachers say, but they're like, we need the assistant and you're willing to do it, and it's a good learning opportunity, so why not?
Oh man, it's an excellent learning opportunity. Yeah, it's fantastic that you're stepping up to that. So nice. So yeah, we're hoping that dojos around the world will tell the kids about it. And the price, if some kids' parents just Google it on the internet, they find it, they sign up, that price is $25. Okay. And it's Kayla Sensei, who's 7th Dan, and myself. So, but I know that different countries have different prices too. Some countries like 25 would be like crazy, but anyway, we've made a dojo price. So the dojo could sign up and it's $100. And then the dojo can, if they want to keep the price at 25, fine. If they want to put it up to 50, fine. If they want to drop it to $3, fine, whatever. They can sign up 20 kids, 100 kids, whatever they want. They keep the extra revenue. Mm-hmm. So it's a way that it's a win-win-win. So it'll help us, of course, to have more kids there. And if dojos pay or the kids themselves pay, but then also for the dojos to be able to keep this revenue after the $100, we thought that that would be really nice to support dojos around the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of time it is, first off, and second off, I'm not sure they're interested here because we actually do have kids class still. That's the thing, because
Okay.
still, kids are kind of exempt from the lockdown in a way here. So we actually have running kids classes. So I'm not sure there would be that much of an interest here. But if you do have an email going out, I can definitely forward it and ask, like, is this something you're interested in here?
Fantastic.
Depending on the time.
Yeah, it's
then
this time. It's going to be this time.
Yeah. Then I can definitely forward it.
And it's going to be on a Saturday. So it'll be a Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Yeah. What is that, like 7 p.m. for you?
But it's, I think there's quite a few kids that still do it.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'll forward it to you. We're just, you can what?
I said I can always ask.
Yeah? Perfect. Yeah. And, you know, some people will be interested, some people will not be interested, or some dojos will be interested, some will not be interested. It's, you know, we're just getting the word out. And now this is the very first time that we're ever doing a dojo rate. So, all right. So I'll send it to you. Yeah. And I better get ready for my 80 kids.
Well, good luck with that. Sounds
all
fun.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Please stay safe, stay healthy.